Okay, folks, straight to the point. I did a little short video and I said, I'm going car shopping. How well did that work out? Well, I didn't know at the time, but evidently these dealerships have stepped up their game. And I'm going to tell you something, it's not ethical. All right. There's a few good dealerships out there. There's not many of them, but I'm going to say, hey, most of them are going for the throat. So I got a few notes here. I don't do all this crazy scripting from a phone where it looks like I'm doing everything, just off the top of my head. So I've got to have notes because I don't want to miss anything. So here's from my real life experiences. I've hit some home runs and I've hit some foul balls. So if you're in the market to buy a new or used car, watch out. They're going for the throat, all right? These dealerships have become horrible. Some of their old shell games are 30, 40, 50 years old, and they have stepped it up to what I call a new low. All right, let's get on to it here. It's been a few years since I bought a vehicle. All right, we drive up to the dealership. We're not even out of the car yet, and we got the salesman waving at us. Oh, all right, that's a point against you right there. But I understand, hey, maybe that's the way it works. Number two, we got it in park. I got 1 foot out the door, and this guy's running like he's doing the 50-yard dash. All right, so whatever, all right. Maybe that's the way it works. Anyway, the salesman is he's following us and out to the used area, the new area, and so I started asking about. I already kind of have an idea about the kind of vehicle I want. All right, I started asking about prices and a little reluctancy in there about getting the prices on each individual car. They don't carry a piece of paper that shows anything. They do carry an earpiece though that I thought was kind of odd, and they're communicating. And number one, let me tell you this here. They are sizing you up the minute you walk into that dealership, all right? So anyway, where am I at here? Let's see here. I said we are just window shopping, okay? So he follows up. He follows us. I'm looking at the used vehicles. He has no idea of the prices. Absolutely clueless, according to him. Now remember, you're being sized up the minute you walk up. You're being sized up the minute you walk up. Remember what I just said, all right? And he's wearing the earpiece and texting. That was kind of weird to me, earpiece over here that went to a little thing here and texting at the same time. Maybe that's the way they do it now. It seems like there's someone behind the curtain, and there was actually, okay? So right back to the point here. Now here's what's got me, another point against them. All of the cars are locked up. We found one, and the salesperson was actually a little surprised. Oh, that one's open. They say, hey, there's just too much vandalism going on. We keep everything locked up. I found it very odd. And if you want a price on something, you got to pick out the car you want, then go inside and get the particulars on it. Another point, all right? So no prices are readily available unless you know which one you want. Oh, did not score with me at all, right? So the salesman does not have prices. Remember that. There's no list. There's no information. There's nothing. I found that quite odd. Hey, I guarantee you won't find that at Weaver Brothers in Jasper, Texas, or Kirbyville, Texas. Hey, the one guy just tells you the way it is. Take it or leave it. That's my experience. Unfortunately, that's 850 miles away. Finally, a manager came out. I told the guy I'm not playing no games. I want to know the price of the car. Fast forwarding, after we're being sized up, we started getting these questions. Will you be trading in or paying cash? We're not at that point yet. How much is the car? How much is it? Well, we'll have to go figure that out. And that turned into a little bit of something. But we finally got a price on 4 cars out the door, but they did not look very favorable. All right. Where do you want to be on your monthly payment is the next question that came up. We're not even at that point yet. How much is the damn car? That's not an easy thing to figure out, all right? Again, I want to know the price of the car. Now, I know there's tax, title, and license, but beware, there are all the crazy add-ons they do, okay? Number 4 here, we had to push hard to get prices. Fast forwarding, we looked at a new Toyota hybrid. They wouldn't give us a price on it until we drove it. He gave us a range of what he thought the car was, but would not go in and get a price on this vehicle until we sat in it and drive it, okay? Right there, we're pretty much made our mind up, hey, next, okay? We're almost done here. Then it starts really getting thick here. Oh, then he says there's a selection of vehicles. If you get a scratch on your vehicle, we're going to pay for the repair on it, okay? And that option is already figured into the price of the car. Now, I'm guessing that's probably a $2,000 add-on, and who knows what the limitations and exclusions are on that add-on, what I call a junk fee. And I said, well, what if we don't want to pay for all that? Will you take it off? He said, well, we can talk about that when we get into finance or something like that. It was not a yes or no answer, all right? Watch out for those junk fees, please, all right? Let's see, where are we at here? Oh, beware of when they charge you these extra fees, paint protection, this protection, that protection. Folks, that's a scam. Don't fall for that stuff. When you get ready to sign that contract, look line by line by line of all the fees they add in there. Do your homework. If you're looking at a vehicle, you need to know the reliability of it. Is it any good or not? There's a bunch of bad cars out there, trust me. I'm a Toyota guy, and I like Dodge. That's just me. That's my opinion. And with that being said, right now, Ford and Chevrolet trucks, both of them are having crazy transmission problems. There's even some Toyota trucks that are having major engine problems right now. I'm going to throw something else in there. I'm going to be talking about CVT transmissions. Avoid those. That's on that's a next video that's coming up. Here's my advice to you. Do your homework. Before signing that dotted line, look at every add-on. I just said that. And let me tell you something. Let's just say that you're ready to sign the dotted line, all right? I found this out. They don't want to give you a copy of all the paperwork you just signed. They want to give you what I call a jump drive or what I call a thumb drive or a flash drive. They just hand that to you at the end of the contract signing. And when you have this, you're highly unlikely to go home and get on your computer and go through all that stuff there to look at what you signed. Get you a paper printout. If they won't give you one, give them the middle finger, okay? Where am I at here? Okay. Most people are not going to go through the trouble, like I just said, of going home after you've made that deal. That avoids that buyer's response. And in some cases, you have like an X amount of time to say, hey, I don't want this thing here. So listen to me. These folks are going for the throat. I do not like buying from dealerships. I'm almost at the point to where if I buy another car, I may just find me an individual out there. Let me tell you something. These guys have no morals. Everything is about right now. They even asked me, if we give you a good deal today, will you buy it today? I don't know of any other product where they've got to sell you something right now. These signs of desperation just turn me off. So I will tell you this here. I went to another dealership. Evidently, some of this stuff is very widespread. Every car is locked up. You can't go in there. You can't even open it and see what the mileage is. You can't tell if it's a used vehicle. You can't tell if it's a smoker vehicle or a non-smoker vehicle. Folks, I decided with my car, I'm gonna spend between $200 and $500 on getting a transmission leak fixed and oil leak fixed. It's a lot cheaper than going out here and playing these damn games with these people. I ain't doing it. Hey, folks, do your homework. Do not let your eye buy. Use your smarts, and if you don't know how to read a contract, take someone with you where you will look at every item line by line, and you will know what you're paying for. This is Scott in South Georgia. Thank you.